TGIF, everyone. It's finally Friday. I'm back today with another look at the challenges around the subject of career change. In a year like 2020, where everyone you know is struggling with the same unprecedented chaos, uncertainty, and change, I can honestly say that I will look back at this year and remember what it felt like to be truly happy for the first time in many years. Meanwhile, also in 2020, I was laid off. My plans to relocate were put on hold indefinitely. COVID locked us all inside, and the job market tanked, all before the end of March. By the time May arrived, I decided to officially call off my job search and finally pursue the coaching business that I'd wanted to do for 20 years. And through all of this change and transition, I was always optimistic that everything was going to work out. And it has. But I've also been thinking about the times in my career when I held on to optimism where it wasn't really warranted and definitely did not serve me so well. In one case, I stayed at a company with a horrible boss and a toxic culture for almost 3 years. I pointed out the toxic culture to my boss and the founder, and then I was expected to fix it. After 9 months, I was really at my worst, performing well below my capabilities, but still believing I was there for a reason and that I could overcome the challenges and bring the change that was needed. Well, newsflash, I could not. I had to get fired to truly see how bad it was and how much I had deceived myself with optimism. It took me years to recover from that job. Well, not all of the ways you deceive yourself about your work situation are quite so dramatic. You might be saying things like, it's really stressful about 2 weeks every month, but the rest of the time it's really not that bad. Or, I really love parts of my job and they make up for everything else that I hate doing. Or maybe it's like, I really love the people I work with. So, I don't focus on the fact that my actual job sucks most days. And what about I love the company and the benefits are great and it's close to home. And, for all that, I don't need to love my job. We all know people who say things like this. Could you be one of them? In order to avoid severe cognitive dissonance, we often tell ourselves a story we need to hear in order to justify the decisions to stay in a company or a job long after its known expiration date. In doing this, we learn to adapt. We become content, and we pretty much deny the truth. We search for the tiny, tiny bits of fulfillment wherever we can find them to confirm that everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Until one day, you return from vacation and your favorite coworker tells you he's resigning. Sitting with the sudden emptiness you feel, you realize that a single thread was holding the facade of happiness together. Once the thread was pulled, everything else fell apart. And too often we hang by a single precarious thread to situations that no longer serve our best interests. And the only answer really is to get completely clear on what you want and what you don't want and what you need from your job in order to be happy. You have to know what your non-negotiables are. You have to know what it is you don't want to tolerate anymore. A warning though, once you start doing this, you have to realize you're pulling your own thread. You will have to acknowledge all the little lies you've been telling yourself. It will be uncomfortable, but worth it. So could a misplaced optimistic outlook be whitewashing a job or a company where you no longer belong? Do you want to get some help figuring all of this out? Well, think about joining a community with others who share the same struggles. My online course and group coaching program, The Unicorn Method for Reinventing Your Career and Your Life, will connect you with a peer group of career reinventors so that you won't have to figure it all out by yourself. As I've mentioned, I will be sharing the registration details for the course and the group coaching program on Monday, December 21st. We officially will start on January 12th, which really seemed like a far off date, but it's less than 4 weeks away. I would appreciate, as always, if you would share this with any people that you know who you think could benefit from either the content or the course. And until next time, I'll see you soon.